I'm gonna be honest. I'm convinced God hates Xbox at this point.
I'm convinced Phil Smith is a motherfucking double agent, bro.
His only explanation. No, about another year, you're gonna see him be working for Sony or some shit. This is too funny, bro. Didn't he say like a couple of months ago? Oh, I just took a look at Crackdown and it's looking great.
Hey, bro, bro.
Didn't he say that?
Hey, bro, I just fucking screenshot it, so I'm gonna cut the fuck up tomorrow.
Yo, that's what Phil Spencer said. Yep, just went through Crackdown and it feels like
Crackdown. It feels like Crackdown. See, I don't know, man. When I went to the building, didn't have any weight. Didn't have any like it had any weight to it. I said, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, we live. We live, man. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers? We are live with another episode, 60 frames, no lag. I got a special guest who's gonna come today to confess his sins. Oh, so help him, Kratos. But of course, I got the usual suspects. I got Craig Harris. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's happening? How you doing? Thanks for the vine. Shout out to everybody listening.
Right. Got the voice of YouTube himself, Jay Fonzarelli.
Hey, what's up? Just getting over my sickness. It's good to be here.
And 2018's comeback of the year, the man who beat HIV himself, my man, Next Gen 720. What's going on, brother?
Can you hear me in the fucking back, man? You want some fun? Hit the like button. You know what I mean? We're gonna show out. Y'all here for a show today, baby. No, I'm gonna really show out tomorrow because my channel. I'm gonna keep it rated PG-13. Tomorrow, I'm breaking Phil Spencer's jaw. I'm knocking him the fuck out. I'm putting Phil Spencer to sleep. I'm tired of this shit.
Yo, Xbox for 2019 is grand opening, grand closing. Yo, shit. We're gonna warm it up a little bit, get the room full, and hopefully J-Dub, he's probably eating a damn expensive steak or some shit. But I guess Anthem beta's open weekend right now.
Yeah,
we didn't get to talk to each other. So, yo, Josie, how you like the Anthem beta? I know you like third-person shooters better than first.
It's crack.
How you like Anthem?
It's crack, bro. Like this. I don't know. You didn't play it, but
I played it.
Okay, I like it a lot. Besides, I'm gonna keep it funky. Besides the cheesy dialogue and it's kind of buggy. You know what I mean? Only the concerns I have because that wasn't a beta. That's more or less a demo representation. Of what we're going to get because it's launching in 3 parts, 3 missions, or whatever. That whole one mission there is what's in the actual game. You know what I mean? Like I said, the dialogue to me was kind of cheesy. I know they're going to add to the game as the game. As it's been out for a while. But getting in that suit, I ain't gonna lie, they nailed that shit there, bro. Beautiful goddamn game too. I was like I said, just getting in that suit, flying around and shit. I'm like, oh man, this thing here is beautiful. I love them to make an Iron Man game or something.
Man, I said the same thing, man. That shit makes me want to play an Iron Man game. That's what I like about that. Hey, J Fons, I know you made a video about it and you addressed some concerns and everybody broke out the pitchforks. I knew exactly what you were talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to paraphrase you. You want to clear that up for
just basically, basically that the game itself is fun. I like it. It's a fun, addictive game. It's a looter shooter. If you're into those, you're going to be into Anthem. But when it comes to some of the balance and the economy changes that's gonna happen, they call it super big changes. It's their words, not mine. The developers, of course, and what exactly are they going to change up? I mean, a lot of people just tell me, it's just that the microtransactions aren't in yet. That's going to be in there when the full games drop. But yeah, at what cost, people? Number one, and number two. With the balance changes, that could change the way your guns hit the enemy. That could change the way the abilities have an effect on the enemy. That could make the game even more of a bullet sponge with these enemies. That could make it more of a grind. So trying to get people to buy some of these microtransactions and stuff. So I don't know. It's EA. At the end of the day, I always have a skeptical eye with EA, and I'm going to continue that forever with EA. I'm sorry. It's just that way. But the game could come out and be phenomenal. Who knows? It could have amazing microtransactions and the balance could be just fine. But I personally, I'm always going to side eye EA.
Yeah. I know like from the beta, the gameplay perspective is good, but you do make up a great point about the whole economy and the grind. If people don't remember first generation Destiny, that shit was miserable. Like you would play the game for days just trying to get like one fucking major piece and shit. But pre Taken King, that shit I couldn't play it. It wasn't until Taken King that made me get back into Destiny. So a bad economy could ruin the game, regardless of how good it plays.
Definitely. And they say it's all a cosmetic right now, but I've got people even hitting my DM saying, if they give me a Mass Effect skin, I might have to buy that. I'm like, see, this is what I'm talking about. At what cost? At $20? I don't think so. There's no way.
I mean, I guess here's my take. Cosmetic shit. If you want to doll your suit up, I don't have a problem with it. If you want to be a whale, if you want to be a shark,
you want to get them Crackdown socks.
Yeah, bro, go out for it. You know what I mean? But to me, fundamentally, when I played, it felt good. No. I got no problem with people saying that, if you want to look good, you want to spend that money, it's your money. I get it. But when are we going to tell these developers, okay, enough is enough on the pricing? Because to buy a skin or something in a game should not cost $20 in a $60 game. That's more free to play bullshit right there. Not $60. I'm sorry. That's insane. $20 is a DLC cost or a season pass even. That makes they came down and shot that down already. You said that no.
You got to stay looking fresh.
I heard it. Well, if I'm not mistaken, I forgot the person that he's fucking Anthem crazy right now, and they was talking about the concerns in the EA or whatever. About the microtransaction.
Yeah. Somebody asked why can Fortnite charge those prices? Because Fortnite is free. Fortnite is completely free, so they rely on microtransactions to keep afloat. Anthem does not. Anthem is going to sell very well. They're going to make their money based off the $60 transaction. Microtransactions, they can make a killing at $2 a piece on stuff. They don't need to price it at $10, $20. That's just ridiculous, people. Don't accept bullshit like that. Stop. Just stop.
Well, I played the Destiny demo today. And it is a combination of Destiny, Monster Hunter, and Mass Effect Andromeda. But besides that, it was okay. So you just move around and blew stuff up.
For what I said again, for what it was, I know they're supposed to be adding a PvP mode to it now. Honestly, the game put me, make me between, I say, Warframe, Destiny, with fucking,
it's a combo.
With mech suits. I mean, I would say for those that may have gave BioWare some backlash because of Mass Effect Andromeda, that wasn't them. They were working on this game here. This felt good, normally like a BioWare game. I mean, I am not the dialogue's a little cheesy, but I am a little concerned about because I guess and I hate this. Like a old man hag, always online, whatever the case may be, and us not being able to actually get into the game. You know what I mean? That was my only gripe, my only issue. You know what I mean? Like they couldn't get that right. You know what I mean? Just for the beta.
Yeah.
So when the game launches, it's gonna be a million people probably day one. Will they be able to handle that?
I see a lot of arguments all the time. People saying it's just like Destiny, and others are saying it's not. Look, it's the same genre, and you do basically the same thing. You kill enemies, pick up loot. That's as far as they're the same. That's as far as it goes. Aside from that, the combat is completely different. I mean, Destiny and Anthem are in their own. Destiny's more about that gunplay, and Anthem's more about those abilities and group makeup and stuff like that. It's totally different.
I don't think we have a game out there like what do you call it? Anthem is in its own. But just the grind, whatever you're gonna do. As far the RPG element, I guess, to it, and I guess the grind is what's going to keep people coming back to it, and how they handle the quests, the raids, or whatever they're going to call them. You know what I mean? And then I know they're supposed to be adding a PvP component to it. You know what I mean? And also, too, you talking about that, we got the Division 2. They playing the demos of that, the VIP demo of that right now. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I like an Anthem to more of a Diablo type game than Destiny because it's way deeper. It's got way more RPG elements than Destiny does.
That's true. It is a much deeper RPG.
Like I said, it feels like a BioWare game. You ever played? You know what I mean, a true BioWare, whether Dragon Age.
I wouldn't say that, bro. BioWare to me is story driven.
Dragon Age
with a lot of choice, and
that's because my RPG, Dragon Age, you get them. I mean, Max shit out. Even Mass Effect 2 and 3, you can really go all in that moment. Don't even the story elevators there. Shit, I would take you back. What's the other guy's name? The favorite game I like that was on the Xbox.
The jury's out. For me, the jury's still out on if it feels like BioWare till I see the story. So,
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. I don't even care about the story. I'm gonna keep that bitch all the way above. That download was cheesy though. That was straight to DVD blockbuster. 80 slasher flick. Hey, come here! Like that dialogue was cheesy as all.
It was a lot like Andromeda, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was cheesy, but the actual gameplay, me again getting in my suit, I used to say murking shit and hurting shit. Felt great. I mean, flying around. That's a beautiful. I don't know what I think they are using was the Frostbite engine. God damn, that game is pretty.
Yeah.
The verticality in the game is amazing. The fact that you can go up and down and in the water, out of the water.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Yeah.
Hey, P-Rock, your screen's froze. My icon, as beautiful as it is stuck up there on the screen.
Oh no, I think it's because I have your name clicked on. There you go.
Share my screen.
I'd be like on the real. I enjoyed Anthem more than I thought I would because this gen because Destiny burned me out because I was playing a lot of it, Elder Scrolls. But I said let me fuck with the beta, because I got it from my brother-in-law, and I actually enjoyed it more. So I'm a cop at day one, and hopefully keep my interest for more than 2
Well,
weeks.
they add romance.
But I enjoyed it though.
Yeah, I agree with Jay Fonz. As far as it, BioWare usually has a deeper story. So if they're not going to add romances, then it's going to be tough.
They be the man.
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. I said I wasn't going to pre-order. I said I wasn't going to pre-order this until I see how it goes. The first week. But my game sharing partner pre-ordered, so I will have it. So I can definitely give my impressions when that's out and everything. So
yeah, all right.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay. All right. So let's move on. A little boring topic, but let's talk about it before we move on to the big stuff. So everybody's financials came out.
Oh
yeah. So everybody came out with financials, and so to put things in perspective, all right. So Microsoft reported for the year that they earned 11 billion in revenue. Nintendo reported for the year that they earned 10 billion revenue, and Sony reported for the year they earned 20 billion in revenue. To put this in perspective, one of the analysts has said Sony's PSN revenue alone is higher than Nintendo's total revenue and Xbox complete games division. This doesn't include all other PlayStation revenue like hardware, physical games, controllers, accessories, licensing, and merch. So it's fucking like. So Sony's killing out there, but is this too much money? You ever seen fucking what's this dude's name? Fucking Chappelle Show when he was doing Rick James? They should have never gave y'all money and shit like that. Like it's like so while I'm like, all right, it's cool for the industry. I mean, everybody's making money. Let's be honest. Everybody's making money. Microsoft's doing outstanding, even though they're giving the games.
Let me ask you why do you think it's too much money? Why would it be?
Oh no, I'm saying because like at a certain point, do you think they could get big headed? Like our shit don't stay.
Dude, anybody can do that. Any company can get big headed. I mean, we
know,
saw what Microsoft did. Microsoft came in this generation big headed, right? Yeah, so now they're a bit humbled now.
Yeah.
When it comes to the gaming department. They're spending a lot of money there, so they're going to get their games up. Hopefully, with Sony, I hope that they just reinvest into the games and keep doing what they're doing with their games because their first party has been phenomenal this gen. So,
God damn, $20 billion.
So the revenue was 20 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, I know. I think it was the profit. God damn.
No, 20 billion. Like okay. 20 billion. Like the PSN revenue just by itself is 12 billion.
Yeah.
Like. Fuck.
They're going to be able to sell the PS5 at a subsidized rate. So
wait, hold up, man. We got to address some slander in the chat. Pay the bills, man. I want all the smoke.
You want to try to go and going at you, dog?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Let's see. So we got my man Lincoln Clay. He said, "Tell that fuck N-word Z. I'm flying his head in fight night."
What? Tell that fuck nigga Z what?
I'm flying. He says, "I'm flying his head in fight night."
Nigga, you better off running through a pack of wrap with cheese on your back, fuck nigga.
Oh shit, man! My man Lincoln Clay out there, man. I still owe that dude a game in fucking MOB. We got to do the World Series match. But hey, man, shout out to Lincoln, man. Thanks for being in the chat.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And then Z, I gotta play you in Mortal Kombat because you come onto my platform.
Hey, yo, you ain't
I saw the stream with you and J-Tech.
Hey, bro.
I saw that stream.
Hey, my man, J-Tech trying to hit you with a poker face, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, hey, would you hop on his Mortal Kombat? He dog shit too.
Yo, I saw that stream and I'm like, this motherfucker shows up to my kingdom and disrespect my people. Yo, it was bad. I'm thinking, like, does he even know how to play? Like, he even asked you, like, yo.
I got to interject here. Z's getting all the smoke in the chat. Look at that. Z is trash at Mortal Kombat. I went soft on him.
Jesus' birthday. Jesus' birthday.
Oh, shit. My man Jonas Montas, he said, I will murder Z and MK. Damn, dog.
All right, fuck it, man. Listen, I listen.
I do something tomorrow.
At first, I said I would just take attack on the Xbox. There wasn't no players over there, so I went to the PlayStation. Listen, the numbers is up. The footage is up there. I went like motherfucking 20-2. Rank matches,
but they were all with J-Tech. That didn't count.
I was streaming. Now I played the regular.
Yo, I know. Yo, I was watching that thing with J-Tech. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's bodying him.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. Yo, you saw Z's face. He was like getting bored.
Yeah. I play that shit though. Like, you know, some games you can play. Mortal Kombat, my shit though. I can play that shit. Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. You know, old school Tekken, Soul Calibur, shit like that. Now, you know, Injustice I ain't with, or Blaze Blue and shit. Paint now, you know what I mean? But Mortal Kombat, which I can't wait to get. Tekken, Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, you know, old school, regular shit. I'm good at.
Okay. Oh shit, man. All right. So anyway, we got enough people. Let's get to the big shit. All right.
What's the big shit?
Let's get to the shit that's, you know, you got your diabetic medication.
I'm not. What's the big shit?
You know what I'm saying? You might want to. We're gonna give a 5-minute break so Z could put his insulin shot right now.
I need an insulin pump. What we talking about here?
Crackdown 3.
Oh, you talking about this shit? One of the games that got me kicked out of the Xbox community?
Oh, shit.
Stomp me the fuck out. Stomp me the fuck out in front of my wife and child, rendered me unconscious.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I was infringing on people's rights. Z, what about the water? Man, fuck that water. You know what I mean? Listen, I came to these podcasts humble. Like, you know what I mean? This is crazy. I have learned, though, I ain't gonna lie. And that's how I hate to think is maybe the context. I mean, not the context of my character, but maybe the color of my skin, because I thought that maybe I had a little credibility. And you heard some motherfuckers claim to be neutral and obviously have a bias, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? I have a preference, which is cool. It doesn't wrong with that preference. But you know, his core at the time, believe green. I got you motherfuckers saying it, or be the behemoth and all that shit that came over the years, right? Sony, Pony, all that shit, right? So, you know what I mean? So I thought maybe, you know what I mean? I'm talking about there's a problem. You know, and in Puerto Rico, and again, it's for the record. We had this conversation before. Again, it's crazy. We're still having this conversation. But, man, you don't talk behind the scenes about some of the shit that you know what I mean? So that thing, I think, again, a lot of time people get caught up in the theatrics and not listening to what I'm actually saying, because I'm telling you the fucking truth. You know what I mean? Bro, 2.5 years or 3 years, you know what I mean? Just think about what I'm saying. Outside of Gears, Forza, and Halo, these motherfuckers, Phil Spencer, I'm breaking your jaw tomorrow, motherfucker. This nigga had the audacity, the minute goal to release a $500 goddamn box alongside Disney Rush, Zoo Tycoon, motherfucking Lucky Tales. What came out after that? Sea of Thieves and State of Decay. You know what I mean? Oh, and Phantom Justice, with the original assets. You know what I mean? That was it. Right? So, you remember, I asked you, say, oh, Phil, what's going on here? Man, I ain't the sharpest goddamn knife in the drawer. What's up with the fuck the games as being dog shit? It's all subjective. What's up with the art style? Everything this motherfucker like diabetic Dan, like Lego by Ego. What the fuck going on here? Like, you know what I mean? I'm Xbox guy. I'm used to, over the top big games. And I choose you PlayStation jokes about Octo Dag and Knack and all that dumb shit, right? What the fuck is going on right now? And up to my, always be some. Well, we like Phil. I understand Phil's a good guy. We got to be honest. Phil's a goddamn liar. He said, "Well, no, but he said what he said. It was just timing. It was just been timing. So you motherfuckers know the last kind of mature type title you released was fucking Quantum Break. After Quantum Break won't be nothing else. So you can't just tell me that's timing. That shows, you know what I mean. You knew what the fuck you was doing. You know what I mean. And the sad thing to say is again because they." And I don't like to talk about, they like to get and brag about Microsoft money. And when it comes to business, they are extremely good. They got their hands in all types of shit, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that they can make, I think right now they're more profitable than they ever been. The gaming sector for them, I think it was not the revenue, but the profit was like over $2 billion or something, whatever the case, right? For one of those quarters, not the revenue, just the profit. Oh, that's all back end, right? And not giving us nothing. And when I asked Phil the question, you had these motherfuckers attack me in that very same thread. But no, Phil, don't listen to him. He's toxic. He's a fanboy. My nephew was born without shit. And so on Thanksgiving, we played Lucky Tales together. I'm in this motherfucker like, God damn it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, bro? You know what I mean? So I was like, and I'm just saying, if that's the direction of this company, whether they're going, cool. Because you can't tell me that you take a game like Crackdown, and again, I'm not a Crackdown fan. I've never been a Crackdown fan, but let me put that in perspective here, right? I'm not a Halo fan, but I understand Halo's a big game and a great game, especially for those who like it, right? So it's just not me just hating on fucking Crackdown. I can draw the difference between the two. Like, hey, it's a big game for the platform, it's a huge game, right? Crackdown has never been that game. And I told all these guys that you're putting Crackdown on this level, on this pedestal, like it's like a Gears. It's not that game, right? Developing this game for 5 fucking years, right? And Insomniac was developing Spider-Man for 3 years, a little less than 3. What the fuck is going on here?
I mean, this game is what I'll say this. Well, go ahead, Jace Fons, if you have a comment.
Look. The sales are going to prove that either a lot of people were fronting, saying that they were really excited about it. And honestly, the buzz about this game the last couple of years has really died down within the community. I haven't heard a lot of Xbox guys going nuts over Crackdown because I think they knew the writing was on the wall. This game is basically, what they're saying it is. It feels like Crackdown. It's Crackdown. And I think that that's maybe not a bad thing to some gamers that love Crackdown, but for others, I think that it's a game that's time has passed. Like nowadays, we've got the God of Wars, we've got these big, fantastic AAA games. Games like Crackdown just aren't really going to sell the same as one of those games.
Crackdown 3 looked like Crackdown 2 remastered. I'm just talking about shit. It's a goddamn Disney golf course, bro. Like, what the fuck is that?
Well, and like I said, sales will reflect that. I guarantee it. Sales will reflect that.
They won't sales number, will they, Jay Fonz? They're all about engagement at this point.
Well, they'll get some engagement with it in Game Pass. They really will. But at the same time, like how far are they going to take it there? Like put it to you this way: Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is a game that I know some people do really honestly like. I don't know why, but they like it. Hey, to each their own. But it's a game that when it hit day one, every Xbox player was trying it out, right? But now, if I look at my friends list, I never see anybody on Sea of Thieves. It's going to be the same with Crackdown. You'll get people on it first week, 2 weeks, maybe, and then it'll die down. Same way.
Listen, they should not remain nameless. And listen, this was called bad for the fucking culture. Anybody out there defending that shit, they are a part of the problem. Because I've always said this, Vaughn. If you want things to change, you have to be honest.
Yes. If these people are lying through their ass, yes, I agree. If somebody really likes a game, I can't call them out for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I do know people that really like freaking Sea of Thieves. Like, they love it, and they're pirate legend, everything. They've got everything to back it up, right? But at the end of the day, like, we all have preferences. But if you look at the masses, if you look at all the gamers out there, what's more popular out there nowadays? It's not Sea of Thieves. It's not Crackdown 3. So that has to be established right there. We need better games. Microsoft needs to come out with AAA games that are honestly AAA games. You know, that's just the bottom line. And I think they're working on that. I really do think they're working on that. But the proof is in the pudding, and we got to see it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'll fuck it. You know, man, fuck with that out of Fed. Rapper, sit back. I'm about to begin, right? How about this, right? And I said this here, right? I fuck the real shit, right? You want me for the fuck shit, right? Crackdown has done more harm than good. They've been better off with shelving the game. Shelving it. You don't really, bro, 5 years of development? Hey, this is what you give us? Now, listen, I would hate the question. I've never heard about, listen, I kind of spearheaded this community. I've never seen Crackdown on someone's, a must-have list or can't wait to do list. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it, you know, maybe
there's a few out there. There's a few out there, but yeah, a few.
I done seen a couple of classic IPs that, you know, Xbox Georgia they didn't ask for. You know what I mean? But I say that to say this. You can't, bro, I just gave you the list of what they've given us within the 3 year span. You know what I mean? Outside of Gears of War and Halo.
Yeah. No, exactly. And that's my problem with Microsoft right now. That's my issue I take with them is the games.
This is one thing. Let me shout out to Super Chat More BSA. He says for $2, Saints Row Spider-Man already out, MS too late. You know, probably referring to, you know, the open sandbox. Here's my thing with Microsoft, right? This is why I don't have faith in them no more. All right. You sit down at a table, right? They know they're in tune with everything that goes on in the industry. They're in tune with how the casuals are looking at Xbox. They're in tune on how the fanboys, they see everything. They know the media, they see the vibe they get, you know, and they sit down. How could nobody in Microsoft, any of the dudes at the table, especially Phil, how can he allow this game to be released the way it is? How can
I'll tell you, this is my speculation. I honestly think, and this is in my heart of hearts, I believe that they did this to save face. They saved this game because they didn't want backlash.
Well, I'm not talking about canceling.
That's why they brought it out the way it is, because what else are you going to do with Crackdown? Crackdown is always going to be this
rebooted.
Man, you're
talking. Listen, you're
talking about Sumo Digital. You're talking about.
I'm not talking about Sumo Digital. I'm talking about Phil Spencer.
Hey, bro.
He's the man. He could have been like, listen, Phil Spencer. If I'm Phil Spencer's shoe, right? If I'm in his shoe, I'm like, listen.
Okay, so here's the thing. You reboot this game, you got another 4 years to wait.
Fuck it. And we wait 4 years.
No, it's either cancel it or bring it out the way it is.
No, he doesn't have to. That's the thing. That doesn't have to happen. He could be like, Phil Spencer can make the decision, be like, you know what? I need to keep the momentum going. Because let's be honest, outside of the games, right? Microsoft is heading in a positive direction, you know, with the studio purchases. You know, word of Xbox Anaconda being the most powerful, they're in a positive direction. He could be like, you know what? Obviously, I can't cancel the game because we already saw what Scalebound did, so that's not an option. But I cannot release this. This cannot. I can't do it. We are going to scrap it. I'm going to get a better dev, and we're rebooting.
Hey,
sure. He's going to get backlash. He's going to get backlash for the delay, but a backlash for delay is much better than this. He's not going to get anything positive.
It would have been either canceled, or they're not going to invest that much more money into rebooting Crackdown. Let me ask you a question, Puerto Rico. Is Terry Crews not enough for you? Is Terry Crews not enough?
But that's not entertained by Terry Crews.
This is what I'm talking about. How can we have faith in Microsoft when they are fucking up gaming 101?
They're not.
Listen, fine. If you ask a guy, hey, 1 + 1, and he says 3, will you trust them to do your taxes?
Hey, bro.
Of course not. But
Hey,
at the end of the day, I
I
really
don't
did think.
understand the faith in Microsoft with the people they have right now.
I really think that this was all just to save face. I think they put this game out. They already invested so much over the 4 years, and they put it out there without having to cancel it and getting any more backlash.
Saving face is not just releasing it. It has to be good.
That's what they did here. But that's what they did. At the end of the day, I believe that's what they did.
No, Fonz, here's the thing. We got to pay the bills too. But here's the thing. Shout out to my man Lionel. And Lionel, I inbox you too, bro. They can't. They don't even have a 69. They don't even know Takashi. And again, you know, I'm just keeping it funky. Like what I'm saying about doing more harm than good, because if you everything is like I say more or less under the microscope for them as far as game wise, it is what it is. Because we haven't had a quality exclusive from Microsoft outside of Gears, Forza, and Halo in about 3 years. You know what I mean? So everything's gonna be put on that pedestal. Even if they delayed that motherfucker and pushed it out, put it out a week or so before Gears or did it like that. But so right now, this is all that we got to look at. And we're like, that nigga 5 years for some weed? God damn! And this is what you giving us, bro? That shit look crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Lionel B says, is it true that Sea of Thieves is actually looking better than Crackdown 3? I think the world is about to end.
Oh,
shit.
Shout out to another one, Darklink.
Darklink. My man said, shout out to P-Rock, Z, J, Fonz, and Kratos, man. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you for rocking out with us. All right. I mean, here's the thing. So I understand, Fonz, what you're saying. They just getting out there to save face, right? But that's not saving face. This is hurting them.
I understand what you're saying. I honestly, I know what you're saying, but that's why, you know what, this is obvious, guys. You know, my point stands because that is why they haven't done a whole lot of marketing on this game. Why spend all that money on marketing if they knew it wasn't going to be that great? That's why I think they didn't market it at all.
Why make the game?
So
if you know it's going to be dog shit.
Because I was thinking about that for a while. I was like, why the hell aren't they marketing this game? It's out in a few weeks. Why isn't this being marketed? Now we know.
I think they have a big ad buy for the Super Bowl Sunday.
I forgot now.
I hope not, bro.
Do what Nintendo. Look at Nintendo. Nintendo recently, they scrapped Metroid Prime 4. They said, no, we starting over. This ain't happening. They scrapped it. They scrapped it. And they put it in the hands of another developer. Nintendo is not releasing whatever trash that was being made. Nintendo's like, that ain't happening.
I really think that they stopped making that game because they're going to wait for the new Switch or whatever comes out later, because it was not powerful enough to run a Metroid Prime game.
They gave it to a new developer. They took it from
because think about it. I mean, if that thing was running on a Switch, it'd probably be like 240p, bro. Even the old Metroid Prime game.
No, but I mean, Nintendo games look good. They know how to do their own shit. They know how to make good looking games.
Listen, ain't none of the game with Nintendo games get graphical showpieces. They ain't what they do. You know what I mean? They've been doing the same two steps since '88. And they said if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You niggas like saving this funky bitch from Bowser. Every year we gonna get engaged to you. Fuck nigga, that's about it. You know what I mean? And they didn't like the direction that Namco was taking the game.
But I definitely like the fact that they did that and they didn't just put out dog shit. I agree.
That's what I'm gonna say. How about this, right? We got to be honest, right? And it's sad to say, like, I no longer recognize this platform. I no longer recognize this goddamn Xbox community, right? They done took over, man. The motherfucking Mountain Dew Dorito boys that took over, right? Was going to Game Pass. Now, see if there wasn't Game Pass. Just if there was no Game Pass. And I would hate to question one of these pro Xbox YouTubers, channels, whatever, would they feel comfortable going out and spending $60 for that goddamn game?
Jesus.
Will they feel fucking comfortable going out and spending $60 for State of Decay and $60 for Sea of Thieves, as it was when it launched? You know what I mean? And that's what when we have to, he said, get the biggest knife in the joint, get the bullshit out. We have to be honest if you want things to be better. Not saying, oh my God, Phil Spencer pissed right here in his urinal. I mean, like, this shit is crazy, like a fucking coat. Like, this shit is like, man, I realize, I've learned the error in my ways. A fanboy ain't nothing but a fanboy, no matter the fucking controller. No, winners will win no matter the controller. This shit is crazy. For me, demanding more, like when I'm used to a custom made Xbox guy, they label me toxic. Get me banned on Twitter. I don't fuck with nobody on Twitter. You know what I mean? Threatening to stomp me the fuck out. Rid of me. Come on,
I know.
Bro.
We all hear you, Z, and we all demand more from Microsoft with their games. Not all of us, mind you. I'm not going to put myself out there like that, but for me personally, you, other guys I know with common sense, yes, we want more. We want better games from Microsoft, and I think they're trying to address that. But unfortunately for us now, with the X, the world's most powerful console, we're not getting more.
Second most powerful.
Wait. He said, I didn't want to sell drugs. But he said, go kill my mother. Who was going to kill your mother? Look at him. How the fuck is I got the world's most powerful goddamn console, bro? God damn it, though. Like I said, goes back to what I'm saying, bro. Like, this motherfucker's a double agent. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. This nigga's a madman. He's Hitler.
Bro, when you bought
I'm in the minority. I actually like Phil here. So.
No, when you brought up, hold up. When you brought up Game Pass, right?
Yeah.
I said this remember when we were first talking about Game Pass, and I said, one of my biggest fears is that this fucking system is going to be this Game Pass, games for $10 a month, you could pay 300-400 games, whatever. Even PS Now, this will be a vehicle to damage control shitty fucking releasing games. That if a shitty game release, it's okay, I'm only paying $10 a month. And now that shit is happening.
Let me ask you though.
That shit is bullshit.
Let me ask you though, Rock. Though, I mean, let's be real here. All of us here, everybody knew out there that Crackdown 3 wasn't going to be anything special anyway. So it's like, why are we acting shocked?
Why? No, I don't know that.
Why do you think it was going to be this bad?
Listen, I can't say that because again, and I don't have a problem with anybody. I'm just being honest. I've seen videos from Colt and even tweets about
Well, I'll tell you this right now. Colt loves Crackdown. He loves those games. He even loves Crackdown 2, and I think Crackdown 2 is abysmal, but he loves it. Whatever. But like I said, people have preferences and they like what they like. But as a whole, masses, if you look at all the gamers, most gamers do not love Crackdown, and they definitely don't love Crackdown 2. But some people do.
Okay, how about this, right? Let me ask you a question, Fonz. What makes you, or you like Phil, whatever, sing his praise or think that he's doing a good job?
Here's the thing about Phil that I do like. I like the fact that I think he is trying to change things, turn it around. I look at the things he's doing now with acquiring new studios and trying to put that new studio together to make some AAA games. I think that's all positive things. It's moving in the right direction. However, for us now, it really sucks because we're not feeling any of that yet, and we're not going to until next gen. If we do, and I'm not putting it out there saying I'm guaranteeing that we're going to get these great, fantastic games. We might get a bunch of dog shit. Who knows? But at the end of the day, I look at this situation. I see what's going on. What they're trying to do, and I'm okay with it. And I'm like, okay, try. You're trying to compete there as of now. Let's see what happens.
Here's my thing with the new studios. If it wasn't for the established franchises that Xbox, OG Xbox, and the 360, ported over, continue on to Xbox One, I don't believe at this point until otherwise, I don't see good games coming from these new studios because they haven't. Microsoft, the people working at Microsoft now, has not demonstrated the know-how to identify what the fuck a good game is. If it wasn't for Halo, Gears, franchises that came before Xbox One, you would have nothing on this console. No franchises. Forza, Halo is an OG Xbox franchise. Gears is a 360 franchise. If it wasn't for those games, what would you have on Xbox One? You could say on Sony, remove Uncharted, remove God of War. You will still have quality top games. Horizon Zero Dawn, Death Stranding.
But here's the thing, Porter Rock. Why would you remove those games? Those are solid quality games.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. If it wasn't for those games, Xbox One would have nothing. PlayStation. Even without Uncharted, they created new shit. The whole point I'm saying is, who has knowledge to look at a game and say, that sucks? That is good. That is outstanding.
I think it comes down there. And then I think it
ain't Phil. I don't believe it's Phil.
I think it came down to the first party developers there. I don't think they're very talented. I don't think they are. And B, I think that the direction that the company was going in the beginning of this generation was a terrible one under Terry Myers. That whole situation, I think that they are spending money trying to make these developers make them some good quality games. I'm hoping anyway. That's what I'm hoping for. And look, and why I guarantee I'm not one of these gamers that is going to continue to say, do this company, hell with that company, burn. No, I want to see competition, because that is how we innovate, is competition. And I want to see these companies both innovate. I don't want PlayStation to sell. I'm not done. I want to see. I don't want to see PlayStation next generation with the PS5 sell 100 million consoles while Xbox sells 40. No, I don't want to see that. I want to see these companies equally compete and try to compete for my money, for my time.
Hold on. I agree what you're saying, right? Let's look at it as basketball, right? New York Knicks is a team in the league, right? But they're not providing competition because they don't have the players. And that's what I'm asking.
And that's when your GM goes out and gets those players. That is what Microsoft
and that's Phil, and he sucks.
He's trying to do it, bro.
Let me interject here. And maybe you may understand with mine. And again, I always like to say this with a disclaimer, not that I care. Phil thinks I doesn't like him. Send the message back. I don't have a problem. It's not personal. I'm just being honest, right? Phil has been the boss, the HNIC, the head nigga in charge since 2014, I believe it was March. March, whatever it was made public, maybe March, April, whatever the case. He's had the keys to the castle for 5 years, right? So when I asked you this question, was that a question? Because we like to blame the boogeyman, well, it was Donnie D. Because again, that's what when we have to be honest, right? He said men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. They went out there and tried to spin it. Well, Phil had this. The power compared. No, Phil had nothing to do with the X. I'm gonna say this again. The reason why Microsoft spent $1.3 billion with the AMD that covered multiple SoCs, and that deal was signed in 2012 by Donnie fucking D. It wasn't by chance that you got a mid-gen iteration of the X or even the PlayStation 4 Pro. That's not by chance. No,
but here's the thing. But here's the thing. Phil didn't have the keys. It was Terry Myerson that had the keys, and what is it? Natia Sadala or whatever his name is got it now, and he's pouring more money into the game situation. And it takes years to build on these games. It takes years to acquire all these studios and stuff. That's what they're doing now, and it sucks for us. It sucks for us now. I agree 100%. This generation has been marred by bullshit and the direction that this company was pointed in, but it's being turned around and it's being led by a Phil Spencer who's making the right moves for next generation. If you guys can't see that, I'm sorry, but you're just as blind as
Let me finish my statement.
What I'm saying is this. He has the ability, because at the end of the day, it's about the games. Does he have the talent? Does a man and staff who think Quantum Break and fucking Recore is as big as Halo and Gears, do you think that type of mentality, they have the vision to look at the studios now and be like, hey, the games you guys trying to make, that sucks. The games they've already reached outside that comfort zone. They've already reached outside and pulled in some damn good developers.
I'm not negating that. Here's the thing. I'm not negating that. Do I think what's the Playground is going to put out a decent game? Absolutely. Do I think, I don't know about the initiative, whatever the case, but do I think what's the Playground? Not Playground. Ninja Theory is going to do something probably that I like? Absolutely. Undead Labs, no.
The We Happy Few developers, I don't have any real backing for. I don't care for them. So.
This is what I'm saying. Okay, again, when we like to go around, we like to blame Terry Myers and this, that, and the other. They didn't have. We're talking about $1 trillion company, right? And if whatever the fucking case may be, and we talk about over $1 billion investment, okay? That's why I don't buy that shit, because again, they had money for controllers, they had money for this, they had money for that, right? Right? That was a decision to give us those bullshit ass games, right? It was a decision to go out there and remaster goddamn Disney.
Okay, let's back up here though. It costs a lot more money to make a game than a high quality game than it does controllers, bro. Come on, let's be real. That's not a good argument. That's not a good argument, bro. It's not a good one.
The R&D for the Elite controller?
That's not a good argument. No, it's not as much money as it costs to build a great.
Right here, right?
That's not a good argument, Z. Bro, you're my boy, but that's piss poor, bro. That's piss poor.
Because it's not. Because again, you're doing all of this other shit here that no one's asking for. Play anywhere, and you're going away from what. Let me be honest with you. Microsoft has never had the best talent, right? They've never had.
But they're getting talent now. That is the point. That is the point of my whole argument. Z.
Fine. I understand that, but you know what made the 360 so great is that they went out there and did these second and third party deals. Gears of War was a second party deal. Fable was a second party deal. They went away from all that shit this generation.
Let's be honest. If they brought out another Fable, you guys would bash on Fable again.
No, I wouldn't.
A lot of people would bash on Fable. I don't even like Fable. I think Fable is another. For me, Fable looks is a Game Pass game. Like I don't care about Fable.
I mean, look, what you guys fail to understand is what Microsoft is doing. There's a group of people within the Xbox community who does not understand it. That is a service now. They're apparently putting xCloud on the Switch. They want games on all consoles.
Now, Craig, that's not confirmed. That GDC. Here's the thing. That Switch thing may just be because they
Minecraft
crossplay.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And I said that apparently and possibly.
I mean, that's not really an issue. They let you play your games wherever you want to fucking play them at. That you buy out of this store digitally. It is what it is.
Yeah, well, I want to play my games on the PlayStation. My God, I'm going to be playing my games.
Yeah, I don't think that Sony will allow that, but I'm just saying that's basically what xCloud is that your digital library that you have, you can take with you and have the app and play it on any device anywhere you go.
Yeah, but why are people just accepting the fact that they are a service now? And I agree with what Porter Rock is saying. I mean, the games are just going to go straight to Game Pass. They're going to be AA quality. They may get some gems out of there. I'm not here to say they won't, but to think they're going to get something on the level of a God of War or Horizon Zero Dawn.
That's Craig, wait a minute. You got a crystal ball? You know that they're not going to have a great big AAA game?
No, I said they may get some gems up out of there, but to think that they're going to constantly roll shit out like that—that's not what they're doing.
But see, that's not what I said. But the thing is, at the end of the day, you got to give people a chance, and especially when Microsoft is looking like they're turning stuff around. I mean, they're actually making those moves. Then you got to say, okay, at least they're trying to compete here, instead of sitting there and going, "Nah, it's not going to work. This ain't going to work. They suck. Their developers suck." They got good developers. They acquired good developers.
I'm not talking about the developers. I'm talking about the head people in charge.
That's all I care about. Is at the end of the day, Porter Rock. I care about the games. I don't care about the people in charge. I care about these games.
Yeah, but who do you think?
Here's the thing, Porter Rock. But if the people in charge are making moves to do right by the company and do right by consumers, that's all I give a shit about. And right now, Phil Spencer and company and Satya Nadella, they are doing right now.
Yeah, but they're not doing right by the games being released.
You have to give them time. You have to give them time.
No. Hold up, Fonz. Phil's decision, doing a good decision on releasing controllers is not the same as his poor decision on what games are being released. He has piss poor decision making on games that are
rock because that's been in work before Myerson was even out. That's been in development. Okay, so what else are we going to bring out in February?
He's been in charge since 2014. In 2015, he could have said, "Crackdown looks like shit. Reboot this motherfucker." Hey. Don't ever
spend how much more money on a Crackdown reboot.
So now you're worried about his money.
You really want them to spend all that money on a Crackdown fucking reboot? Did you kill yourself, bro?
Did you not? Fonz, you just said you're just worried about the good games.
No. They've spent enough money on Crackdown. I'm worried about good games, not fucking Crackdown. Okay. I want good AAA games, not Crackdown. Crackdown was never a AAA game, bro.
A good AAA game on the fucking other developer.
Well, all I'm saying is,
you know what I'm saying?
They've been changing this stuff.
Right?
What else would they have to bring out here in February had it not been for Crackdown for them?
Right. Look at all the
What else?
decisions. These guys made a decision. Phil made a decision to greenlight enhancing Disneyland Adventures for the launch of Xbox One X. The audience who bought that console are not interested in Disneyland. That is not the audience.
It was more
just look at his gaming decisions. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't make sense.
You know what? Here's the thing. Crackdown's been in development for 4 years. I've been overlooking this game for the past 4 years. And then when I heard they're getting all these new studio acquisitions and stuff, I'm saying, yes, they're finally doing something to compete for us, the gamers. I don't care about these freaking Xbots and ponies and all this bullshit. I care about the games at the end of the day. And I see positive change here, moving towards getting better games for Microsoft. That's all I care about. I don't give a shit about
the man who's overseeing that sucks at looking at games.
Really? He sucks so bad. He's got some great talent under his belt now to make good games. Yeah, he sucks so bad.
What great talent?
Oh shit!
What are you talking about? Ninja Theory's a great talent. The developers they got together to be in their. Hello. Okay, the developers they got to make their new studio. Great developers. What are you talking about? No talent.
Well, no, I'm just saying if you consider Ninja Theory a talent on the level of.
Oh, wait a minute. So when you guys were praising Ninja Theory,
I don't say you guys.
I think
a lot of ponies were praising Ninja Theory. The games were on Xbox.
Now they're in the hands of a guy who don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Come on, Twitter Rock. It's the developers that make the games, and he's already said that they have creative freedom. Let's see what happens.
Phil said a lot of shit this gen.
Let's see what happens.
I don't listen. I'm gonna tell you, Fonz.
At the end of the day, we got to see what we got to let them. We got to let them live. We got to let them work.
At the end of the day, I ain't got to do nothing. I don't trust Phil. He has not earned my trust.
And you have
done nothing for the games.
Hey, listen. Here's the thing, right?
What he's done for. Don't talk to me about controllers. Don't talk to me about services. Tell me what Phil has done for games.
Hey, listen, how about this, right? At the end of the day, right? Listen, to be fair, right? This generation is over, right? And how you say wait the next generation, and it's like this though, right? And why I give him such a hard time, or whatever the case may be, because you knew after whatever the fuck you're the head in charge after Quantum Break. I actually like Quantum Break, but that was it. You know what I mean? That was it. And then that was it was a decision made. I don't really like to give credit for something. It's like me praising Maya for keeping her room clean. They should have. We're talking about $1 trillion fucking company here. We're not talking about some indie fucking company. You know what I mean? This is fucking Microsoft. You know what I mean? This should be they should have studio. If not, boom, go out there and cut the check like you did for Titanfall. If you're not going to fucking invest in, that's what you got to do. You know what I mean? If you're not going to cultivate the talent or try to, if you can't make the, listen, I will give them credit for Forza, Turn-10 Studios. That's something they did in-house on their own. They bought Halo, but Turn-10 is something that they did within. You know what I mean? So cool. If you're not going to do that, but you can't go away from what made you what you were and totally ignore your core. You know what I mean? Who made you this cool hip product? And again, like I said, doing a third-party deal, giving us these Steam consoles, you know what I mean? How we're talking about out hustling them. This is what I'm talking about. Maybe you can understand this, Fonz. If I'm not mistaken, the biggest goddamn game in the world right now is what? Fortnite, right? Right? You agree?
That's one of them.
Well, the biggest money, the biggest game is Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Fortnite was on the Xbox first, right? On the fucking Xbox first, right? Once you see them seeing that Fortnite is going to be the behemoth that it is, do a fucking bundle deal with that. Give us some extra fucking skins or whatever the fuck you got to do. How does Sony beat you to the punch and have a Fortnite bundle and then Nintendo come up with a Fortnite bundle? You don't. If it wasn't for fucking J-Dub, I couldn't find a fucking Switch for Maya. He bought J-Dub, my brother. He bought Maya a Switch for Christmas. The Nintendo Switch was sold out everywhere because of that fucking Fortnite bundle. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about them being a day late and $1 too goddamn short. You know what I mean? Going back to fucking Minecraft when they bought Minecraft, I was saying, what the fuck is your Minecraft 3 fucking bundle? Your console. They didn't drop their biscuit last year. Like, I don't know what the fuck is they do. Like, they don't want to win. They don't give a fuck about, and that's the biggest issue that I have with them. They don't care about winning. And again, I don't really kind of, and they are making more money than they ever made before, as far as the gaming thing. Like, they don't care about winning. They just want to put their name on a goddamn trophy and hand it to in the race. That's all that they care about. At the end of the day, Z,
I hear what you're saying, but you're saying they don't care about winning, yet they're buying these studios. They're getting good developers. They're trying to set themselves up to have a better next generation. Again, I said it sucks for us this generation with Microsoft, especially for the fanboys that love Microsoft. It sucks for them really bad, but for gaming, it sucks. I just look at the situation that, look, I'm trying to look at it positively and say, they're trying here. Next generation, hopefully they get some great games out there for us, and we can be excited again for Microsoft and be excited for gaming again, you know?
I don't know. Phil couldn't even make sure fucking State of Decay 2 had dedicated servers, which is their own shit. I don't trust the dude. I think he's incompetent when it comes to the gaming aspect. I think he could do everything else right, but the most important part of gaming, which is the games. I think he completely botched that shit up. I don't know why. Maybe he fired his assistant that was helping him during 360 days. I don't fucking know. But he's been completely inept when it comes to specifically anything gaming related. Everything gaming related is fucked up. He can't even do something as simple as, let's make sure we have an Anthem custom console. Something basic.
Well, here's the thing, though,
he's even fucking that
consoles. Again, we're getting back to controllers and custom consoles. I don't give a shit about that. I want the games, man. Fuck
I mean, they sell well. Nerds like their themed little consoles and stuff. So you know, what I mean, it is. You know, I don't know. We got to pay the bills. Or put it right. You see, my
man, Gene Stormware. He says, "I want MS to do good, so we can stop hating on them." I think we need new leadership.
Yeah,
if that's what we want.
And we did get new leadership in Satya Nadella. I'm telling you.
No, not just Nadella. Oh my God. Look. Not yet. Sadala. Let me put it this way: Sadala was gonna cut Xbox, so don't trust him.
Look,
he doesn't care about Xbox.
There's certain people within Microsoft I don't care for, but I don't think Phil Spencer is one of them. I think that his head is in the right space right now. Going forward for next gen, I really do.
I know B says a chance isn't 5 years long enough. Yeah, Fonz, let's give them 5 more years to actually make a decent game. Phil Spencer ain't it.
Listen, like I said before, at the end of the day, right? And real talk, right? We can blame it on the boogie, we can blame it on Donnie D, we can blame it on Terry. All I know, Phil's the front man and the fish flies from the head backwards, right? All I know is that all of the unpopular decisions that was made has come on the Phil. Xbox, Play Anywhere, all the exclusive on PC, all the shit that, whatever has come under Phil and his leadership. You know what I mean? That's all that I'm fucking saying. So when he got this promotion, the reason why he got the promotion again, because he was able to, whatever the fuck he did.
He convinced them on this whole anything everywhere strategy. That's his thing. Yeah. Phil, I give him this. Phil knew how to read Satya, because Satya is all about. Satya was the one when he took over to put Microsoft Office on Mac. He said, fuck it being exclusive to Windows. For what? Windows is already the most popular OS. What more do we want? Put that shit on Mac. If Mac users don't want Windows, why should that stop them from using Office? And guess what? Office is probably one of the biggest products they have now because it's everywhere. That's Satya Nadella. Phil knew how to read them. Phil's like, in order for me to save Xbox, I got to think like he thinks. He wants things everywhere. I'm going to pitch him an idea to put things everywhere. Satya don't really care about Xbox. He was going to cut the whole shit down. He was going to cut it. They
don't care so much that they've invested so much into
because Phil found a way to think like Satya. That's what
wait. So you're telling me Phil, being the good guy he is there, is the one that turned this around and is actually buying studios.
Did you know? You know what I'm saying? He's doing everything. I'm gonna answer your question. He's doing everything right, but the games.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. I'm play anywhere. Hey, I'm gonna play anywhere, but you got no games. But I can play anywhere.
Porter Rock. You don't have talent now. Okay, just listen to me.
I'm gonna play no games on my phone.
You don't have talent. Okay, you don't have
no games on my tablet.
All right, listen. You don't have listen. You don't have talent your company to make the games for you. So what do? You go out and get the talent. That's what Phil Spencer did. So yes, he convinced Sadia to get the new talent to build those better games.
Phil doesn't recognize good games. You know, you can have a championship team, but if your coach sucks, you ain't winning the game.
Crackdown's been in development for over 4 years. Sea of Thieves was in development for even before that. Like, come on. Like, Crackdown's been developing 4 years because Phil allowed it. He could have cut it and rebooted it the moment he walked in. He is the man in 2014. 6 months later, he could have been like, this ain't it. Reboot. Let's start over. Again, you and I don't like Crackdown, but others do like Crackdown. So
that has nothing to do with it. All I'm saying is Phil, the moment he walked in, he could have had. I guarantee, if Nintendo would have took over Microsoft in 2014, they would have rebooted the fuck out of Crackdown day one. The very day Nintendo takes over, shut Crackdown down right fucking now, start all over. They would have done that. That very day they signed the papers. I guarantee Nintendo that day, taking over, shut Crackdown down, start all over. Phil didn't. He let it go. And not only that, he added more dumb shit. Hey, I got a great idea. Let's release Phantom Dust, but the original 360 version. Let's not even remaster it or remake it. This is Phil. Hey, I got another great idea. Let's fucking release Destiny. Let's release Disneyland Adventures in 4K for our Xbox One initial launch users because we know they're buying a One X for that. I'm talking about within games. Gaming related since 2014, we could consistently name fuck up after fuck up, and they're all Phil. From cancellations, Phil, fucking Lionhead Studios didn't even know that they were being shut down until they read it on Twitter. Like, this dude has consistently fucked up the gaming aspect over and over.
You're consistently bringing up things that have happened in the past. I'm talking about the stuff that they have been doing the last couple of years, moving forward, trying to make better. This situation, we can go around in circles and talk about all the fucked up things.
The man who's steering the ship is a dunce. I don't believe that at all. You can have the most advanced warship in the world, but if the captain of the ship is an idiot, you're gonna die.
I gotta say that Ryan Landy's that is exactly what I'm trying to say. Phil had to put out Crackdown because he would get blasted if he were to cancel that game or try and reinvest more money into that bullshit.
I never said canceled. In 2014, he could have rebooted it.
Here's the thing. Even if he were to reinvest more money into rebooting it, would be even more insane than canceling it. Porter Rock. That is insane.
Not if the game would have came out great.
That is insane, dude. To spend money on Crackdown, like, stop. Even if you reboot Crackdown, no, it's got that Crackdown stank on it anyway. You don't do that, bro.
So you're saying they don't have Phil. Couldn't get a good dev to fix Crackdown. She's saying no dev could fix Crackdown. If we put Crackdown in Sucker Punch's hand, you're telling me they won't make that game better. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying this. Crackdown itself, the way that game is played and stuff, I've played better versions of that type of game, sure. But it's still Crackdown at the end of the day. It's still like weird, wacky nonsense. It doesn't even have much of a story.
That's what a reboot does. Completely reboot. You could be like, you know what? I don't want this. I don't want this. You could reboot the French and be like, I don't want this cel-shaded, wanky bullshit. I want a serious, real life graphics to the level of Gears, Unreal Engine 3, whatever engine. We're gonna take Crackdown and make it serious.
But here's the thing. This is why I say you're insane for saying that. Do you reinvest all this money into making a fantastic Crackdown, or do you make a fantastic new IP?
Or how about both? Why is it one or the other? Why not both?
Because they've already put this money into it, and like I said, they have to save face. They can't cancel this, so they just shoved it out there.
That's not an answer. That's not an answer. My question is, why not do both? Why not create a rebooted Crackdown and still create new IPs?
Okay,
have money?
Reinvesting into Crackdown is just it's dumb to me, dude. Trying to put more money into that. They've already put time, money. It's been real expensive already. They're not going to do that. Just the same as they didn't do it for Scalebound. They're not going to do that. It's going to either be canceled or shoved out there with no marketing.
I don't know. If that's how you feel, Microsoft, I don't see how you have faith. If you don't think they have the capability to reboot Crackdown into a new vision, then what makes you think they have a vision to do anything else?
I couldn't see them going to freaking Ninja Theory or their new studios and saying, "Hey, can you reboot Crackdown?" No, they want to make fucking good games.
Crackdown's just a title, bro. You can make Crackdown into a good game.
Bro.
If you reboot it into a new franchise or new vision, Crackdown is just a name. It's just a name. It doesn't mean anything. If you don't follow the old formula, here's the thing. That's why I'm saying the word reboot. If you get a completely new vision, then the first two Crackdown doesn't mean a goddamn thing. It's just a title on a box.
I know. I would not want a rebooted Crackdown. I just wouldn't. No. Give me a new IP, a way better type of game. I don't want a new Crackdown, bro.
Oh shit, yo, this shit is wild, bro. I don't know, man. What's up?
You pay the bills?
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna do it right now. Let me guess. My man C-Dub, he said Phil rejected Hellblade and Quantic Dreams. Well, I know Microsoft rejected Quantic Dreams. Heavy brain. Hellblade, I'm not sure what.
All these dudes in chat saying, "Oh, they could have rebooted it just like God of War." God of War was good games. It was still a good game. It was a good series. It didn't matter. Crackdown was never great. That's what I'm trying to say. Fuck Crackdown, people. We got better fish to fry. We got better games to be making out there. These developers, if they truly have creative freedom, they can create some masterpieces. Hell, some people think Hellblade is a masterpiece.
That's a big if. Lionel Buggin, Xbox whole storyline does Jane. Wait on something worth waiting for. Oh, shit. Stuffs to consider. Thank you for the super chat. Next Gen 720, One Stop for Gamers wants to be in. Oh, shit. Oh man, I could just imagine why this dude. Where is he at? I don't even know where he's at. Oh shit, he really gonna start something. Now I just put it this way: I would much rather see some new personnel take over Microsoft that's more gaming centric. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think even what you call it, this dude David Jaffe, when the creator of God of War, he was the original creator. I mean, remember he was on the podcast. He does his podcast right on Twitch and stuff. And he said on this podcast that everybody gives props to the developers, but one key factor in making, in games and making great games is the people who organize in the leadership. And he says Sony, in his opinion, is one of the companies that does it the best, right? Because he says you need those people because those are the ones, no matter what, you're gonna have somebody that has to do timelines, that have to manage resource, that has to help you get the things. It's not all developers. When developers have publishers is not just people who sit there and all right, give us the money. They handle a lot of stuff for the developers beyond just the advertising and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's Microsoft's role. Microsoft has to do more than just simply, advertise their shit on Twitter on the commercials. They have to support, Ninja Theory and all these companies in ways in terms of getting tool sets and all that stuff, But if you got people with piss poor making decisions that in terms of games, a lot of these developers might have their hands tied on what they truly want to do. They're not going to say it openly to the public, but this could result in them making subpar games. And that's my concern. You got to have the right leadership too. It's not just all on the developers. Developers go to these publishers for a reason. It's a symbiotic relationship between the two. The right publisher with the right developer can create the right game. You understand what I'm saying? It's a mutual relationship. My thing is you got the developers, but how Microsoft, from a publishing standpoint and the responsibilities they got to do they have the right people to make the right decisions to make sure that these games are great? Is there somebody at least to sanity check these developers and be like, yeah, that ain't gonna work? That's the key right there. That's why we need to. I don't think Microsoft has those people.
I think that is the reason why they didn't market Crackdown 3, because Phil knew that it wasn't a great game. Well, I really think that's why.
But Phil went out openly in public on Twitter. Man, I just finished playing Crackdown 3. It's coming along great.
Because that's part of his job. That's part of his job.
He doesn't have to tweet that. He could have kept quiet.
That's corporate talk, bro. That, of course, they're going to push the game. They want to sell it, but at the same time, they're not going to spend for the marketing. Like I said, he had to save face. He pushed this fucking dog shit out. It's out there, In
my opinion, that's a lie. That's not marketing. That's a straight up lie. He went on his account and told the world Crackdown's looking great. That's a lie. That's a lot.
They all do it.
No, Yoshida doesn't go out.
That stuff.
He usually talk. That's the thing. Like Sony guys, the Sony staff and whatever, they hardly talk.
Yeah, they're not on Twitter. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They're not sitting there on Twitter talking and talking. That's
100%
true.
Just put in work. You know what I'm saying? Phil comes out, man, I just played Crackdown 3. This is looking great. Phil, this shit ain't great. And if you think it's great, that's a problem. If you cannot honestly, if Phil honestly thinks Crackdown 3 is great, I'm telling you, it's not going to look good for Microsoft future. He needs to, I don't know, take a class or hire somebody to do the job for him, and he just worries about bigger shit. You know what I'm saying? But somebody there needs to be like, hire somebody that can honestly say, that shit looks like dog shit. We have the most powerful console in the world, and you're going to try to sell them that? Nah. Yep. We ain't doing
and that's and Chris Jones, you're right. That is Phil's favorite game of all time, is the first Crackdown.
Oh my God, I'm done. I'm done.
You're right.
I'm done.
It is. I've talked to the man himself, and he's told me that much.
Oh shit, Phil. Z.
But here's the thing. Even though that's his favorite game, I've talked to him about other games. He likes a lot of very good games. A lot of games that I love. So.
Oh shit! My man Samuel Ashby says, "Wish the OG creators of Xbox were here now. We need Seamless back. Where's fucking disease? He's gone. Anyway, we're moving on to the next topic. Damn, there ain't that much topic. For this week, those two were the biggest one. I guess that's it. You guys, anything you want to bring up?
What about Anthem?
We talked about Anthem.
We already talked about Anthem.
Yeah.
You already called it. You called it Destiny 3 or whatever the hell. Yo, Z. Is this guy's on the vacation?
Z's got herpes again.
Oh man, you gave this dude a heart attack over this shit.
I'm sorry, bro. It didn't have to be like that, man.
He's like, God damn it, and stuff like that.
He went into a diabetic coma.
Damn. Anyways,
okay.
No. Anyway. What you guys been playing though? What have you guys been playing?
Oh man, I just finished. Believe it or not, I just finished Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and I'm about to play. I'm trying to catch up on my backlog. But now I'm about to play Resident Evil 2 Remake. Have y'all played that?
Yeah.
I played the demo and it was pretty great, pretty good.
Yeah, I can't wait to dive in that game this weekend. How about you?
I heard it was scary as fuck, dude. Don't play it.
Play it with headphones on. It's really hard to determine the direction of sound, and it adds to the jump scare. So yeah, it's a pretty cool game.
I will continue with Ravenflow. He said the marketing budget generally tells you what the company thinks. MS is definitely not behind Crackdown. Definitely not.
Well, I disagree with that, but they can do one buy for 15 seconds at the Super Bowl, and
no, but you know how expensive Super Bowl is. If they buy a commercial Super Bowl, they'll never make that profit back.
Well, I mean,
Super Bowl commercials are expensive.
Yeah,
you know what's crazy? I'd be pissed if they did.
Yo,
I ain't gonna bullshit you, bro.
Well, how was it?
I agree. It's too much.
Never able to get
that Super Bowl commercial is.
I was watching the video, but what's your bottom line on it? What you play?
On what?
Crackdown. Didn't Z was playing Crackdown earlier?
Oh no, it's about no. I mean, this shit. I mean, I listen to me. Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You know, everything is cool.
Where'd you get Crackdown, Z?
Hey, listen, I know some people. I know some people, right?
So, shady ass shit going on.
Hey, if I tell you, I got to kill you. Listen, right? I don't. I'll give you an example. I don't like Halo, right? Everyone knows I'm not a big Halo guy, right? But it's a good game for those that like Halo, right? And what I'm saying is that I've never liked Crackdown. I always thought Crackdown was dog shit, right? Even the gameplay shit, they released a month before last. They're fighting the bushwhacker. Like this shit is just crazy. Motherfuckers getting shot, green blood. Like the fuck is this shit here, right? But it's not a good game. It's, you know what I mean. And I've spoken, and I told you guys that I spoke to two. I can confirm two of these guys were developers that were working on the game. They said the goddamn game was shit. You know what I mean? So this is what kind of boggles my mind. And I don't know what they spent on the game or whatever the fuck the case may be. But what I'm saying is doing more harm than good is that Microsoft doesn't need another rated 69 game. You know what I mean? They'll just they'll put shit out there just to put shit out there. You know, just let you got Anthem was already, you know, you got games on your platform. Not like you're the Nintendo Switch where Nintendo has to rely on their first party. You have third-party support out of the ass. You got Anthem, you got Resident Evil, you got Kingdom Hearts. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't just put that shit out there like that. Come on. You know, so everybody's looking like, you know, and again,
this is a bad time, bro. With all these, like you said, we just have Resident Evil, Kingdom Hearts, Anthem is coming, Division 2, and you throw in Crackdown in that loop.
Yeah, you don't need it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So again, on the exclusive side of things, here you're back to being the butt of everyone's jokes. Like come on, like the fuck is you doing? Like, stop. Like, and again, Phil, the buck stops with Phil. It has to be a level of quality, you know what I mean, or whatever. Like, you know, like so total line. Like, listen here, it has to beat these standards. And I understand you have Gamepass, you need content for that, which is I understand that, you know, I mean, you have the service, you need shit for the service, but at the same time, you also need quality shit. And it may take once I have to go back open that checkbook, it may take a while for these studios to gotten produced. I don't know what they're working on. But that's what I'm saying. You are Microsoft. You motherfuckers went out there and bought Titanfall from EA. Meaning, like, you're gonna have to do things like that. You can't just end this generation again such a low note. You can't do that.
Here's one thing. I agree with Z with one thing. Microsoft, the odds of it happening is low, but you do have to end off the gen with good games. I mean, that's what Sony did with the PS3. PS3 pretty much had a bad gen for the PS3. PS3 was a bad gen. They didn't make no money off it. The first 3 years it was dry. It wasn't until Metal Gear Solid 4 came out that they finally got their first big AAA exclusive. It's all around though. It was a bad gen, but people don't see it that way because how the last few moments of PS3's life, Sony came out with big bangers. You know, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, Demon Souls, fucking Last of Us was like the last big hurrah. So people remember that. You know what I'm saying? People remember the last shit you do, but people forget the bullshit you did in the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? If you look back at overall PS3 6 years, man, it was pretty terrible. But people remember the last few moments PS3, and they're like, man, you know, and that fed into the next generation. Microsoft has to find a way to at least 1 or 2 games to feed into the next generation to build that momentum. Like, yo, Microsoft, you know, ended up with some big fucking killer games. I'm looking forward to seeing if they're continuing that stuff. And that's what Sony was able to do. Microsoft cannot cap the end of the gen with more shitty games because people are going to be like, some people won't even give Microsoft a chance. They'd be like,
I hope, you know what, you're right about that. And I think that I'm hoping anyway that Gears 5 does very well for him.
Oh, yeah, I hope Gears is like, man, I hope Gears is like their version of God of War. Like they just come out with the magnum opus.
I don't think it'll be that level.
They need it. They need to.
But no, I would love it. But I don't see it. But I am interested in the game. I really like the Gears 4 and Gears 5 looks it
looks fantastic. I'm a Gears of War fanboy. You guys know you've seen countless streams when I play this shit for hours. What I'm saying is that outside, you need something again outside of Gears, Forza, and Halo. You're going to get you a Gears. You're going to get your Forza. You're going to get your Halo, right? That's it is what it is. That's cemented in stone. That's not going anywhere. But what you can't just end the generation. We're going to get Gears this year, right, or whatever the case may be. You can't. What I'm just saying again, we all know that the next generation is going to start most likely November of 2020. You just can't just just end on such a low note. You know what I mean?
Well, if they ended on Gears 5, it'd be way better than ending on Crackdown 3. I'll tell you that much.
That's true.
We got to go. Here's the thing. The problem about that, though, and we got to pay the bills. Gears is coming out this November, right? November, October, right? We still got another year left in this generation. You see?
Okay, but let me put this out there to you then. What do you say if they showed you some fantastic new IPs at E3?
We could hope.
I hope. I mean, shit.
That'll get the buzz going and get people wanting to buy.
You know what got the buzz going? And they did this shit last E3.
You know what? That's the thing. We're screwed this generation with Microsoft. If that's all you had, basically you get good versions of like I love my X. I love the fact that I get great versions of the multiplats and stuff, but at the end of the day, I buy consoles mainly for exclusives. And the thing is like I'm next gen. I've already said this on podcasts, even Xbox podcasts, that I'm not buying a next gen Xbox until I see games that really appeal to me. And it's going to take more than Halo, Gears, and Forza for me to buy a next gen Xbox. But for PlayStation 5, it's a day one because they have the games that I love. I love story driven games. So The Last of Us, the new God of War series, all that stuff is beautiful to me. So that speaks to me. So that's getting my wallet.
Hold up, my man Carlos Crespin, shout out to you, good brother. Said Microsoft's exec should spend less time on Twitter. How many times do you hear Phil Spencer's name compared to Sean Layton or Yoshida? How about this, right? And we talked about this also in the past. Here that you have Microsoft, who's always on social media, talking inside Xbox parties and all types of shit, and they not have a clue again of what. Maybe they do have a clue of what the fuck we want, but they just Sony and Nintendo, the guys don't really say shit. And as I'm talking about before, and they give their fan base what they want. You know what I mean? Or what or what they cater to their fan base. I don't know what. Like I said, I asked this question time and time again. Different Xbox fanboys and PC fans. How the fuck did we get here? Like bro, that's still the motherfucking the $6 question. You got Sony at the start of the generation, motherfucking borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, selling Sunday church dinners and all types of shit, right, to keep the lights on, right? And here you got Microsoft. And listen, and I remember I think one of the shows, whatever the case, and all day he said, well, Sony, you knew that Sony had this. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never been big on Sony's exclusive. To me, this generation, that what Sony did this generation is better than any other generation that they had before. And the reason why I said that, because they doubled down on themselves.
It really started at the end of the last generation with The Last of Us. So.
Yeah, okay, but I'm saying, well, even with the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2, and a lot of people that may be a little young, they understand that a lot of the multiplats that we have today, the Devil May Cry, all those games were exclusive back then. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now they're multiplat. So you know what I mean? So like I said, I've never really been, like you said, quote unquote, so big on Sony's first party games. But outside of what they've done in this generation again, you have to take your hat off and show respect. Because again, outside of VR, I've never yet to try it. They supported that. They gave us the Slim, they gave us the Pro, and still released goddamn games. And here's the thing, real important, and still did third party deals. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. How they're out there out hustling. How do you let them get the Red Dead deal? And they got the Call of Duty deal. Just all the big multiplayer. Like, come on. I'm like, God damn, fuck is going on here? Exclusive theme content, theme consoles. Like Microsoft, I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, right? It's going to take more than them just buying studios. It's being real. You have to do the other things also. You know what I mean? You have to go out there and get exclusive content, because what it is, we get multiplats again every month, a couple big ones a month, right? You got to do these deals. Like I'm not mistaken, they have the Anthem deal. I'm not mistaken, right? Which you need some exclusive Anthem theme content.
Yeah, they may even have the
that end edition.
They may even have the Cyberpunk deal as well.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, but them just having, but like goddamn, like. Sony go out and did the Red Dead, boom, you got the bundle. Like, it is right there. Like, they have to do things like that. You know what I mean? Because those, again, really, like, those games are bigger than, any fucking exclusive. You have to go back to doing things like that. So again, to take other little stuff, just outside of them just, buying studios, they're going to have to do, the things like that would make the buzz.
But I think that's the most important piece of the puzzle, is to get some first party games under their belt that are worth the damn. That's the thing. But, I get you too. You should go after the marketing deals as well. I agree with that 100%. Yeah, 100%.
What made the 360 so popular? You know what I mean? Like, just being facts. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Sony didn't have anything, even with the fucking PlayStation 4, outside of The Last of Us Remastered and Bloodborne. What did they have? They relied on that, right? More or less, okay. But then you got the Horizon, and then the Uncharted Horizon, and it started, boom, boom, the boom. You know what I mean?
Oh man, Ryan in the chat said he'll be getting all his third-party games on the Soulja Boy console.
Oh shit. You said, yeah, he ain't lying, man.
Oh man. Anyway, I'm gonna have to leave here, guys. I gotta make dinner and stuff. So
all right, man.
Bounce.
What
Rock even here?
I think he fell out.
Oh
shit.
Is it Tiger? Drake.
All right. Well, guys, if you want to follow me, Jay Fonzarelli on Twitter and YouTube. check out my videos. Do videos every week. Thanks, chat. You've been awesome. Even the people that I disagree with or whatever. Hey, it's all love. It's just gaming at the end of the day, and I'm passionate about this hobby. I love it. Be it PlayStation or Xbox, I love it all. I love the games at the end of the day. So have a good night, guys.
All right, take it easy, Fon. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce on out of here. I'm gonna get down and play this Anthem on the. Of that shit. So yeah, you have to bring the pain. But yeah,
I'm breaking field.
Peace out.
Hold on. Let me pay the bills right quick. My man here, Stuart Stokes, what's going on, good brother? Yeah. I was a dream hater, but after seeing some of the things people were made to say that some of those will be better than Xbox exclusive this gen. Bro, you know what? What's going on? The Ruham. What's good, my gaming brethren? Just showing support. I appreciate the love and support as always, my man, the Ruham. I ain't got the talent for that stuff, man, to be making games and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't never been good at arts and craft. You got some jokers, man. We had this one joker that was making all types of shit. And what's that? Project Spark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't blessed with that. With that God-given talent, man. But when does Dreams come out? Is Dreams out?
Nah, the beta is out. I don't think they have a release date for it yet, but yeah, Project Spark, if they would have spent some more time on it, they could have probably done something with that. Because that shit was actually, that demonstration they had at that E3, I was very impressed with. They were making shit, and then it was activating, on screen. Dude made a canyon, and the other dude had to make a bridge.
What's up, One Stop? I ain't using the chat. What's going on, One Stop?
What's up, One Stop? Shout out to him. Yeah. But yeah, I'm go ahead and throw down on this Anthem. I got like 10 invites. So, but peace out to everybody, and keep it gaming or the terrorists win.
Yeah. Anthem deal and can't boot up the demo on the box. Oh shit. Oh, the demo not working on the Xbox? Minecraft replaced Project Spark. Shit. Cheers, fonts, everybody, man. What's we got here? Everybody, wait, show me who we got in the chat, man. Take over for this fuck nigga show. EJ Pop Jam Berserker, what's up, man? Listen, yeah, man. Yeah, I did a little live stream earlier, man. Go to the link right there. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, do so. Hit the little. A lot of people.
Man, shit, I'm back.
No, I don't have to go to your channel, man. A lot of people say when I go live, they go live from Saturday. They're not getting the notifications. Like I don't know what the fuck. I have the box checked where it says notify subscribers. All I can say is if you're not, unsubscribe and resubscribe and hit the alarm or the bell. Like I don't know what that's about, man. But everybody, you line up with me, they're like, yo, I ain't getting a notification. I ain't getting a notification till the show's over. Like I don't know what this about, man.
Yo Z. Sorry, man. I did shit like that. You read the last two super chats?
Yeah, I did already. Yeah.
And Ruham?
Yeah, I did them.
Man, I appreciate everybody. Oh shit, Mega Dave just came out.
Yeah,
Last of Us 2 coming out on Mother's Day. I don't think this is an official announcement.
What's Mother's Day? In May, right?
It's in May. Yeah, I don't think it's coming out in May. Because Days Gone is in April.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. I haven't been able to talk to you. This is a good time for me to talk to you.
What's up,
have you seen anything? Have you seen like the latest stuff from Days Gone and shit? Impressions? What do you think about it?
For what I remember, what's the guy? What's Dreamcast guy? I don't know if that was an old video or a new video that he did. I'm sorry. And he said the AI was really stupid on the game. Mm-hmm. And he said, and someone else played it, the demo or, one of those shows, whatever, said they didn't like the fact of the aspect of the motorcycle. It's like kind of like Ellie, you got to pay so much attention to detail to the bike, like it's a pet dog or something, you got to constantly keep working and tuning it up and all types of shit. That's what they didn't like about from the demo that they played. I don't know. Like I said, we tried out, and so I get, I really don't have any expectations. I'm going to get it. Actually, I'm going to get the collector's edition. I think I pre-ordered it. So I really don't have any expectations. What I've seen, of course, from the trailers, looked amazing with all the zombies and stuff running. I know there's no multiplayer aspect in the game. But no, here's even a better question for you. Like I said, before we get over here, What are your thoughts about Quantum Games going multi-plat?
Oh shit! From when I got somebody posted their job hirings, they might actually go mobile, bro.
Yeah, they said they're going to make mobile games.
Like multiplat. I mean, the company deserves it. I mean, they grew from what they was. I mean, they started out multiplat. If you remember the PS2 Xbox game, Indigo Prophecy. So that's how they started out, and then I guess after that game, Sony liked what they did, so they got them in a contract for a couple of exclusives. You know, studio was able to buy their own motion capture. You know, get mocap games.
Mocap game.
That's what you need, man. That's what you need. You need more mocap games.
Yeah.
So they bought their studio. You know, they grew. They grew. You know, with the relationship that with Sony, and now you know they separated.
I really liked it, Detroit, bro.
Yo, that shit is dope, man. And it's
I'm not quote unquote the telltale type games or whatever you want to call. But I was so I streamed it live. You know, ran through the whole game. You know, streaming it on live. A lot of people seeing it. I was so caught up in the story. You know what I mean? I think like I said, at the day, I might enjoy that more than fucking God of War. Like that shit was epic.
And it looked good, man. I mean, the graphics look good.
What is the graphics? It's when it came on. You know, with the
crazy. And the acting, the voice acting, that shit.
I was like, oh shit.
Yo, they locked it out. So I'm happy for them that they grew. I'll be honest, I'd rather see them make PC, Xbox only games before I see them go mobile. You know what I'm saying? That's my only concern because the company that invested in them, NetEase, they're big on mobile games. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the problem though. At the end of the day, and I think I guess like I said, we're the old guard at the gate of Puerto Rico. Mobile is the biggest out of everything. It's over count for 50%. The 2 billion gamers, that's 50% of the gamers. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not, like god damn. Like somebody showed me some numbers the other day and shit. I'm like, god damn, mobile out there killing it. You know what I mean?
But mobile's killing it with games. I mean, I got it. For the company's perspective, they're gonna do what's best for them. If they make much more money making these mobile games, then it is what it is. It just sucks that we lose a developer on our side of the house. And how long before other people decide, you know what, fuck console PC gaming, I'm gonna do mobile gaming with these cheap knockoffs or whatever and make more money. Then it just gets worse on us. Like we start losing more and more talent and more creative IPs to phones because making Candy Crush version 9 is much more lucrative than making Detroit. And that's my only concern. That's really the bigger pain for me is potentially losing Quantic Dream and they just end up making mobile games. I hope, to me, multiplat is they still make the great games they do. It's just on every console. I'll still buy it. Like Ninja Theory, I'm still supporting their games. I buy multiplats. I have no issues with a multiplat. In fact, I have no issues with multiplats on anything. It's a necessary portion of gaming. You need multiplats, right? You need all these third-party devs to fill in the gaps and stuff like that. My thing is, I don't see how this generation turned out to where so many people are downplaying exclusives as if they're not a factor. That shit boggles my mind, bro. Because exclusives have 2 jobs. Obviously, they need to be.
There's only one side of the fence right now. That's kind of downplaying exclusive. It's a side that doesn't have in the Xbox people.
You know what I'm saying?
When Sony guys, you know what I mean? You know how, bro. You know how it is and how it goes. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
I've always said that exclusives is what gives a console its identity at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Outside of the multiplats, you know what I mean, which are huge. You know what I mean? But it's the exclusives again that gives a console its identity. You know what I mean? Holy, my man said, Z, let's talk about that new Switch. What? And Nintendo, okay, Z, let's talk about that new Switch. You going to get it? What? They got a new Switch?
There's rumor of them coming with maybe an upgraded Switch.
I'm gonna keep it all the way above.
I'm gonna say this. I don't see. I could see them coming up with an upgraded Switch, maybe to enhance the games, but it's not gonna be a Switch to where the games won't work on the old version because the old version has too many units out there. That's a lot of sales. I mean, fuck, brother, it's 12 million, bro, in 2 weeks.
I know, but here's the thing, though. They've done it in the past with what you call that shit with the DS because I had bought my daughter one and I bought the game machine, the new one. What the fuck, god damn.
And it didn't work. Like it didn't.
I don't know. Nintendo got a few games that came out on the handheld. You got to get a newer version of the DS to get the goddamn game.
Oh,
yeah.
That would be dumb if they did that because they just be throwing away this huge fan base they created.
Well, maybe it would be for the. I guess they get because the multiplats.
Probably, maybe I could see that.
You know what I mean? Now, me personally, bro, it's just too much. I don't. Here's the thing, as far as me with Nintendo, I don't really care enough for their exclusives. You know what I mean? To invest $3 to $4 in the console, and even with the multiplats playing them online, you know what I mean? Bro, I need a cell phone app and all that wild crazy shit, bro. Nah, it ain't nah. You know what I mean? Like that motherfucker. For me to invest any money with Nintendo, really, they had to get a little more modern for me, man. I went to my daughter's house and she was playing one of them goddamn game, Mario Kart or something. She had this cell phone up on her desk with the headset. I said, God, with the app. I said, oh no, hell no. Fuck shit, man. I can barely keep my phone charged. To text and text. I gotta use this shit to talk online and play games too. Oh no, hell no.
Right here, Stuart Stokes, $2 super chat. He says Switch Pro got debunked. It's a Switch Mini, no dock.
What's up? That to me,
that's just a straight up handheld.
I mean, to me, it's already small. Now they just fucking robbing for Peter to pay Paul.
That sounds like they just validating what everybody we've been trying to say, that it's a handheld. People are looking at it as a handheld device.
Yeah,
they're not looking at it as an actual current generation console.
Yeah,
I guess it was supposed to be a 9th generation offering, but people ain't looking at it that way. No one's looking at the Switch like, hey, this is their 9th generation console. They're looking at it as just another handheld.
I said that on multiplayer.
He's like, this is their 9th generation offering.
It is, you know what I mean? They like to erase the Wii U from the history books, but believe it or not, it's for the Xbox competition.
When I saw your old vid and you were showing your Wii U, I'm like, yo, they got him, bro. Yeah. My man was hype. He was making YouTube. He was like, a new
gamer. Nintendo hater. I bought all the multiplats for that shit.
All that shit. My man had Mass Effect. I'm like, yo, this dude's crazy.
Yeah, I bought all that shit for the for the Wii U. You know what I mean?
Oh shit, my man said right here. Nintendo is at 32 million, 9 million left to catch Xbox. My prediction for last year is going in hard. Yo, they're gonna pass Xbox, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. But here's the thing: if I didn't even know, I heard the Xbox One S just got an official price cut. Now it's $250. That shit should be $150, and the X should be about $400 to $350. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping that bitch all the way above. You know what I mean?
Sony should do the same too, because the generation's almost ending. Fucking blow that shit up in a big way and shit like that. Get all the low income housing motherfuckers.
I thought this was $200. This was like $250, $300.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They stood up in price for a while.
Yeah, I'm like,
still selling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They, like I said, like I said before, they don't have an incentive to get a price cut. They don't. Motherfuckers sold 18 million consoles. I'm saying shit for a minute without no price cuts.
It's insane, bro. A console with 2012 hardware.
Yeah, like who the fuck ain't got a PlayStation by now?
How many more people?
Yeah, but that's crazy. 18 million in a year. Like
usually when people are talking about next gen, that's when console sales drop.
Yeah,
because you know what I'm saying, it's over.
Yeah,
you don't sell 18 million like right before, a little bit before the next generation offering is releasing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This shit is bananas. This whole gen, I'm gonna tell you, man. I've been paying attention. I've been paying attention to generations with the PS1. Through forums, when I got my internet, through magazines. Like instead of just looking at the games and game reviews, I actually looked at the articles, people writing shit like that. This gen has been the most craziest awkward gen I have ever experienced. The craziest damage control, excuses, flip-flopping narratives. I never seen no shit like that, bro. Never. This shit is wild, and I could just, I'm telling you, we're gonna get streaming fanboys, bro. I'm telling you, it's coming, bro. We're gonna get streaming weirdos, and I'm gonna tell you, Neff, he's gonna be the headline. I see it in him, bro. He's talking about streaming a lot. He's gonna be a streaming fanboy. I'm letting you know, bro. The streaming fanboys is coming. They're lining up at the gates. Nobody's listening, but I'm telling you that they're gonna go after everybody, bro. They're gonna treat streaming as if it's own. They don't care if it's xCloud, Google, Amazon, Sony. They're gonna treat all that shit as if it's an individual platform and that is theirs. Oh, stream gaming is the shit. Like I could play this shit in Timbuktu. Fuck you, console. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he said, fuck the console.
Oh shit, fuck your console. You stay at home all day. Get some sun, motherfucker. I'm like, oh shit. These streaming fanboys gonna come at us. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, more shit. Wow.
Oh
yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, though, it's crazy. You got Sony, Nintendo, and even Microsoft. I only like to talk about nobody's money, but gaming is very, very profitable for everybody right now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I hope shit don't get a little too weird. You know what I mean? Going into the next generation. You know what I mean? I guess if just even when Sony gave their report talking about outside of hardware services, because that's what makes the money. I believe not the services. That's what pays the bills.
Yeah,
bond shit, transactions and shit. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting. You know what I mean? How would Sony complete? You know what I mean? Because if they're going to have to do something, Microsoft's going to let you have your library where you go. You know what I mean? Especially if it catches on. Sony's gonna do the same thing. You're gonna have to do the same thing. PlayStation now, you buy the game or whatever you want to call it now. You buy Mortal Kombat digitally. You log into your PSN account, and I don't know who they were partnered with as far as handling the service, but they're gonna have to do something. You know what I mean? It's just a natural progression of the business. That's not for me. I mean, gaming ain't that serious that I had to walking on the street playing Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean?
Motherfuckers think I ride the bus. Motherfucker, I drive.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's not for me, you know what I mean? So that whole wave, you know what I mean? Even with my Vita, bro, I used to put my Vita inside the house. Like I went outside on the Vita, bro. What you talking about?
You don't carry it in your man bag, your PlayStation man bag?
My fanny pack with my extra fucking rechargeable batteries and shit.
Oh shit. Here's my thing, man. I understand the services. I have no problem with companies innovating, whether it's VR, Connect, Move, whatever. But the number one focus, at a minimum, number two should always be trying to push gaming, whether it's second party deals or your own in-house exclusives. It's always putting stock in pushing out the biggest games possible. You know what I'm saying? You do that, then everything else is fine. Like if Microsoft would have been continued or to improve their capability to push big games, then nobody would be clowning controllers. No one would care because you're doing the main thing everybody wants. You could release 1 million controllers. You understand what I'm saying? No one cares because you're doing the main thing. And that's the thing. If you don't do the main thing that we expect from gaming, which is the games, then we're not clowning you if you come out with an Xbox doll or if you showing Crackdown socks. Like all of this is unnecessary. Focus on the main thing. You focus on the main thing, then you can do whatever the fuck you want on any other project. Just don't fuck up the core possible. You understand what I'm saying? Which is games.
Yeah, and that's what they're not going to pay the bills. That's what they're not getting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, Carlos Crespin. He's saying, what happened to Digital Streets? We're gonna get the show back. My problem is my schedule's been fucking crazy. I can't even guarantee I'll be able to do this show consistently on a Friday. But we definitely come back because I know a lot of people enjoy our shit. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoyed the show too, man.
Yeah, for sure.
The show's dope. So we're gonna figure something out. I just need to get over these next couple of weeks because a lot of things been happening at work, and it's just been taking. And I've been working weekends, so that's what's taking up my time and stuff. Stuart Stokes, Z, should I get S digital only or wait for next gen?
The Xbox One S.
Yeah, digital only. I guess.
I'm gonna keep it funky with you, bro. You know me, I'm a very shallow man. I take beauty before brain. I ain't buying no goddamn S and they got an X out there.
You like fast cars, fat asses, and apple pie.
Yeah, American way, bro. This was fat asses. You know what I mean? Beauty before brains. That's how I'm rocking, bro. I ain't buying no S and X out there. I ain't buying no PS4 Slim and Pro out there, bro. You know what I mean? I will say this and again, and to be fair, the X and is the best console that I ever owned. Just what it can do, and if you're into that techie type stuff. The multiplats again look beautiful on it, bro. Like you ain't going from no X to no S. It ain't happening. It ain't happening, Captain. Or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? They look good. The HDR pops. You know what I mean? Exclusive format. You know what I mean? A little soft right now. You know what I mean? So but that's just me. If you're asking my honest opinion, hold up, my this guy said many locals next gen. If PS5 win next generation, then you gotta buy it. All of us, every exclusive games come to PS5 Plus.
Oh shit!
No more exclusive, no more excuses. Okay, to me, it ain't about who wins, man. You know, like I said before, it's about because what if I'm gonna keep it fun with you. What Microsoft is doing now, it makes my decision, a lot easier for next generation. If this is the type of shit that they're gonna be putting out, you know what I mean. But even like I said, well, as far as the multiplayer, I thought I get a lot of codes for free, so that's why it is what it is. I'm not gonna buy it, or I may double dip. Like I'm trying to get Battlefield on the
get them dollar Unity codes.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I mean. So it ain't that serious to me. You know what I mean? But it's like I said, the direction of if they say this you guys be putting out, and this is the focus that you guys on, hey, this ain't the place for me no more. You know what I mean? I still get an Xbox to play my Gears, whatever the fuck the case may be, or you may drop a gem. Like you said, I'm always gonna own multiple consoles, but you know what I mean? If this the type of shit they're gonna be producing, then the next generation, all my multi-plats on the PS4, and I just have the Xbox for the Gears whenever that comes, because I'm a huge Gears of War fan.
And Cassie says Crackdown 3 looked like an arena-based shooter we played in 1992. Laughing my ass off.
Hey, Cassie, man, I'm going live. I'm gonna text you. I'm going live tomorrow. You gonna I'm not gonna feel this the fuck out. I'm break the show tomorrow. I'm going live, man.
He said Crackdown 3 looking like an arena-based shooter we played in 1992. Laughing my ass off. If you're around my age, you know, like I know. Yo, that arena shooter looked like it was built with Nintendo Labo.
Hey, bro, this shit was bad, bro.
I seen games, from the, now that the NDA got removed for the game Dreams, I seen better looking projects that people made within Dreams than Crackdown. Bro. You know what I'm saying? You seen that dude that made the PT demo? He recreated it?
Bro.
Bad, like I'm gonna be real, so we could talk about Dreams real quick. I was not like I knew about Dreams, what was happening, but I thought it was gonna be like another Little Big Planet, cartoon puppet Muppet shit, right? I wasn't like another Big Planet, whatever. I wasn't really interested. I'm not interested in floaty Muppets, right? So I was not like, and people kept telling me, "Yo, check out Dreams." I'm like, I'm not interested in that. I knew who Meteor Molecule is. I never really talked to it, but when I saw that PT demo, and I'm like, "Yo." Somebody built this in Dreams. Like this is what Dreams is about. Another dude built Dead Space, bro. Come on, bro. Like, this shit is ridiculous, bro. These dudes are making better looking games in Dreams than on fucking Microsoft first party on Xbox One X. Yo, that shit is crazy, bro.
That shit is downright spooky. The Ravenflow said if Crackdown gets 60 to 75, 65 to 70, I'm calling it Xbox Trinity.
Oh shit, man. Yo, but the point is like what you said. Xbox can't get another 60 rated game. It's gonna fuck up everything. Like, let's say like the Crackdown releases, right? And it gets like 61. How can anyone at that point talk about? Oh, don't worry, we'll get more games in the future. More 60 rated games, like. And that's why I was trying to ask Fonz. Convince me that the games are going to come in the future are going to be good.
Yeah.
Based on what?
At the end of the day, right? And I mean, not to say, doom and gloom. I expect something that I'm going to like from Playground and Ninja Theory, right? I don't know if I can at least say them. I don't really give a kid for Obsidian type games.
Especially Playground doing Fable. I have faith. I have faith in them for Fable.
Whatever, man. I mean, that's what they've been, quality, what they've done thus far. I'm just going by what their track record, right? Yeah. So I expect some AAA shit from them. You know what I mean? Rest of the studios, no. But I say that to say this though, right? Is that when I'm saying that you're doing more harm than good because again, you haven't released anything else. You know what I mean? And this is your follow-up. To the last game we released with Sea of Thieves, outside of Forza, right? I'm excluding Forza, I'm excluding Gears, I'm excluding Halo, right? The last game that you released was Sea of Thieves. We all knew the debacle what that was. So goddamn Sea of Thieves. Then you gotta like this is like you gotta sit back and look. Fuck what you spent on it. This ain't the answer. You understand what I'm saying? It's not a good game. So why put out another dog shit game to fail? Or to be, like I say, the butter they want to joke. That's the way I'm looking at it. You know what I mean? You already have big games for this month. You got Anthem, you got Kingdom Hearts, you got Resident Evil. You know what I mean? So gamers are going to be occupied with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's all that I'm saying. And
people don't understand what we're trying to say. Phil took over in 2014. You cannot tell me in 2014, 2015, looking at Crackdown at that point, how could he not make the decision to be like, you know what? This shit looks like ass. Reboot it. Start over. Go back to the drawing board. Give me a new vision on this game. I don't want cell shaded graphics. Yes, I know 1 and 2 is what you call it, fucking, cell shaded. But did you see Sony's E3 with the reboot of God of War? We have to step our game up. Reboot Crackdown 3. I don't want the cell shaded shit. I don't want this quirky Terry Crews stuff. Give me a serious, hardcore, compelling Crackdown 3. Make it happen. Here's the budget. Come back to me in a year and let me know what you got, or 6 months with a storyboard, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a motherfucker who's in charge. That knows, you know what? I know my audience. I know what Xbox gamers want. I'm going to happen. I'm going to make this shit happen. I'm going to make this shit work. You know what Phantoms does? A lot of people are talking about it. Let's remaster this shit from the ground up. Put new assets. Put in the money. Brand new. Give it like the Resident Evil treatment. Brand new controls. And we'll see how it goes. Take a chance and shit like that. Don't release the shit the way it was in the original Xbox. They went to Japan to get the original code.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, gaming wise, what decision has Phil made? I'm talking gaming wise. Don't talk to me about controllers. Don't talk to me about his UWP. Don't talk to me about backwards compatibility. I don't want to hear about Dolby Atmos and all that. I'm talking about games. What has he done with games? Nothing. Nothing.
When you ask that question,
even if you consider Rise, Sunset Overdrive, and Quantum Break huge big games, that's not from him.
Yeah,
that's Donnie D's check.
Yeah, so I said it again. Like I always ask, like, what makes you sing Phil's praise?
You know what it is? Because he's a nice guy, and people are confusing. People don't want to hurt a guy who's willing to party chat with you, who's willing to play games with you, or who's singing. It's like nobody wants us to be the Romans who stoned Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's afraid that we'll look like the Romans. That's the problem. Phil's in the party chat. Phil's a nice guy. He's in the party. He'll shake hands with you. He'll buy you a drink at Xbox Fan Fest. He does all these nice things. And nobody wants to say, Phil, you're a cool dude, but you suck. Nobody wants to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody wants to say that because he's a nice guy. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like us in the Marine Corps. In the Marine Corps, we actually tell people, bro, you a good dude, but as a Marine, you fucking garbage. Do not re-enlist because this job's not for you. You're a great dude, but this clearly is not your profession. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a bigger thing to think about. We have to think about the Marine Corps. We can't just let nice guys in. That's not how it works. But people ain't willing to tell Phil, you're a great dude, but goddamn, Phil, like you just making bad decision after bad decision when it comes to games. Like, what is it? Phil, if you can't do it, fine. You the big boss. You don't need to do it. You can hire somebody with better talent than you to say, whisper in your ear, hey, yo, Phil, like, that's about. You ever seen the movie Moneyball?
Yeah.
Moneyball. You know the fat dude? Like when this dude, what's his name? Brett, what's his name? Fucking the actor. Fuck.
Yeah, I knew something about. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, whatever his name, right? Yeah. When he came in, he tried to make a deal. The fat dude was whispering in the guy's ear, and then the guy's like, nah, don't do it. And the guy's like, no, forget it. And and the dude like is looking at him like, who the fuck is that fat guy? Like, I'm talking to the manager, but he's listening, but the manager's listening, the owner's listening to this unknown fat guy. And he's trying to wonder what the fuck. Phil can do the same thing. Yeah, you're the big boss, you're the owner, but you can have a little fat guy next to you, be like, hey, Phil, this Crackdown game looks shit. I suggest you reboot it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Get a dude like that whispers in your ear and be like, Phil, that game is trash. Don't greenlight it.
Yeah.
Phil, tell him to reboot it. Phil, tell Undead Labs not to release a game without dedicated servers, since we promised every first-party game will have dedicated servers. Get that dude. That's who you need. Brad Pitt. Yeah, that's who you Brad Pitt.
You tether together and you got story progression. Like shit crazy, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
those are the name Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's trying to make a deal with the owner, and Jonah Hill in the background whispering, and the owner's like, nope, sorry, Brad Pitt, we're not doing that. And Brad Pitt's like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah. Like, who is this dude in the back talking? That's what Phil needs, because it's clear. I'm telling you, Phil, maybe he lost it. I don't know what it is. He doesn't have vision for games no more. He doesn't have the vision. He doesn't know what a good game, at least he may know a good game if he buys it and plays in his house, but he doesn't know what a good game is for his core audience. He cannot be like, I know the type of games Jair likes, and I'm going to make it. He doesn't have that talent.
Yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, man. Hey Phil, tune in tomorrow about 2-3 o'clock when I wake up. Going straight to the liquor store, give me some Faux Loco. I'm knocking you the fuck out.
Oh shit! I'll be there tuning in, man. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We're gonna try to bring back Digital Street so you could get you could get more and more. This is like a little sample of what we used to do on Digital Streets and shit like that. All right. But anyway, yo Z, thanks for hopping on last minute.
For sure.
Appreciate it, brother. Everybody else, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Keep it gaming, and Crackdown is dog shit.
Yeah, check it out.